Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Vital to the future of you all. How are you? Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning. How are you this fine Sunday? A bit of Sunday Ainley for you. Bit of Sunday Ainley, darling. I tell you, she cried. Wouldn't it be weird? And now, is this a blessing or a curse that your spouse, your loved one, gets very, very, very erotically aroused whenever they see a bit of Ainley? Right? Wouldn't that be? Is that a blessing? I think it's a bit of a blessing. Yeah, I'm going with blessing, right? I mean, I don't know. Now, okay, here's the question. Would you want to have sex with Anthony Ainley? If you don't know, I'm talking about Doctor Who, by the way. Okay, just want to fill you. If you're unaware, because I got to make this for a general audience. Okay, Doctor Who show started in 1963, ran all the way through to 89, died off, cancelled pretty much. Then was but still lived on. But and then it came back in 2005. It was huge. Blah 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 blah. Many people have played the Doctor. Blah blah blah. Anyway, one of his recurring villains is the Master. And in the 80s, it was played by this bloke called Anthony Ainley, who did the intro, who was a bit camp, one would say, and kind of enjoyed it. Like, so I've always had this idea that Ainley is kind of like a playful sex fiend. That's kind of a playful gay rapist. That's kind of how I imagine that Master to be. He wore all black velvet. Occasionally he put a bit of gold trim on it. And then they gave him a new costume for his last outing, which I quite liked, actually. I have to tell you. Anyway, so it's a bit of a... So anyway, the question is... And he had a very, very unique performance. Let's just put it that way. Very unique performance. Much like... Paul Darrow from Blake 7. A very unique performance. So let's say your spouse becomes very erotically charged on the hearing of an Ainley performance. So the question is, would you want to have sex with Anthony Ainley in the back? Not him personally, obviously. Yeah, you're playing okay, so this again, if you don't know, oh God. This is very early 80s, and it feels really early 80s. I recommend getting the Blu-rays, which give you updated effects on a lot of them, right? So, which does help, right? It really does, especially Casper Velva. But I don't know. Would I find that off-putting? Yeah, I know. It's a furry question, isn't it? Like, would you? Now, if you don't know, furries are people who like to have sex with people dressed in giant furry costumes. I've always thought that was a bit strange myself. But okay, listen, far be it from me to listen. Everyone's got their thing, I guess. Everyone's got a thing. Just feels like there's a lot more things nowadays. It used to be when I was a lad, there was like boy, girl, or girl. Basically it, or girl, boy. And that was it, right? You didn't really think beyond that. Now it's like girl, orange vacuum cleaner, tub of Vaseline. Yeah, and it's an other girl and a rhino. Just like, okay. There's a lot more things now, right? There's just a lot more variables. I know. I think technology has not necessarily been a great thing for us as a species. I mean, just giving us time to think of stuff like first inventing a vacuum cleaner and then becoming erotically aroused by it. Again, there are people out there who are. Not for me to besmirch, of course, as I said. Anyway, that's interestingly on mute music to start the show with. Right, Bets and Falls. Okay, for fine. Since we last talked, we've had Purim, and boy, man, does Purim leave a big Purim-sized hole in your life. Now, you got to understand what this thing is. It's a big deal, okay? I keep forgetting how big a deal it is, but it's a big deal. So you have to go to synagogue. Okay, I go to synagogue every night, but you read the scroll. It takes about half an hour. called the Megillah. I'm not doing the story again. Okay, I've done the story so many times. Okay, Queen Esther, all stuff. Okay, fine. But so you read the scroll, right? And then, well, you know, somebody reads it, right? And then you what's the word? That night people go party, but yeah, it's a bit of a drinky holiday, But then you let's start with you give me some visual aids. So then you have to give out these things called Shaloch Manot, which I think this year we did pretty well. After that, I think this year was a good one. 1 second, share screen. Come on, here you go. Yeah, here you go. All right, just as I'm sharing the screen, the preview program is freezing. It'll work itself out. I'll keep it on this slide for a while anyway. And I just but water all over myself. There you go. One day they'll let me have a big boy cup. Anyway, I digress. This is a Shaloch Manot. Now, we do cool ones, okay? We do cool ones. This year, being on St. Patrick's Day, we did a St. Patrick's Day theme. I couldn't put St. Patrick because, St. Patrick is kind of not Jewy. It's kind of anti-Jewy. And I don't know what St. Patrick... Oh, no, I do know what St. Patrick did. I learned it from South Park. St. Patrick converted Ireland by demonstrating the concept of the Trinity by using a 3-leaf clover, right? So that's what was, if you didn't know, I learned that from South Park, so I'm actually quite kind of grateful for that. So we did some St. Patrick's Day theme, like these Irish hats and the thing benches and which is a little prayer thing, a little pot of gold. People love the pot of gold. The kids love the pot of gold. My wife made these awesome cookies. Oh man, it's freezing! Come on. Like, really? The minute I want to show it? Come on. Son of a bitch. Am I going to stop this thing and start it again? I am. Bollocks. Oh, man. No, I got too many things loaded up. I can't. Okay. We have to quit it. I have too many things loaded up. That is indeed the problem. I had all the slides loaded up for both Rosa. Oh my god! Is that awful? Because you couldn't say it at the time, and you can see why. Bloody hell! And okay, when I watched it, look, I'll talk about this more later. But I gave it the benefit of the doubt, big time, and I overlooked a lot of stuff. Yeah, in a cold light of day, mate. In a cold light of day, it's kind of embarrassing, right? Yeah, I'll stop screen. Let me get those pictures up. Yeah, I like it a bit pickies. I got all this ready before the show. I was being so responsible, right? Let's see. That's right here. And that's thing. Okay. 1 second. Okay, it starts over here. Goes these ones. I go doink, doink, doink. We need a bit more. We need this one and this one and this one. I think that's everything. Right? I think that's it. We'll put that up. Why not? Doesn't hurt. Okay. Doink. Activate. Dun, 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 dun. Indestructible Captain Scarlet. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Is it going to open up? No? Really? I thought I timed that perfectly. No, it's thinking about it, okay? It's thinking, is it frozen? Is it really? No? Well, can I see them, please? If they're here, can I see them? Okay, we're going to try again. Maybe it didn't start. Okay. It's definitely going now. Unless, okay, if this doesn't work this time, I have an emergency move. Okay, I'm going to close the preview program, which is what I'm using over there. Full squid. Doink. Fine. Now it will beg. Okay. Yes. Yes. So anyway, you saw our Shloch Manot. So on Purim morning, right, which is the morning before the piss up, you everybody gets a different Shloch Manot. So this was an awfully nice one because we had a friend of mine, a house guest. So he gave us one that was a bit above and beyond. You know, it's an awfully nice one. And then. So this is our one. This is one my daughter gave to her boss, who's a very good boss. Well, do we have any? Yeah. Then we start here. What do we need? I think I took some pictures of some just normal ones. So I remember thinking, oh, I have to show you because it's really weird. Okay, this is the one from. Oh, here you go. So yeah, this is one. It's got. This was good. Okay, this is homemade hummus. This is our name, homemade hummus. And inside there's this thing called shashuka, which is really good. And this bread. Oh, here's it opened up. Right, here's it opened up. Let me move. Oh, that was freaking awesome. I got like a mouthful of it. My daughter like half finished it. That was very good. So we have this fundraiser from the synagogue where you send people. You basically pay 12 shekels a person or whatever, a small amount, and you have a list of people, right? And then so they make more money, and they send a nicer one and a cooler thing from the synagogue, right? So this is what we've got. This cooler, and if you open up, full of stuff. So yeah, lots of stuff. So then I think you start heading to. So this is I went to the first earlier piss up. There you go. That's the day getting started, right? It started to get crazy. Oh, here's the thing called Chumantash my wife made, but she made them green. In honor of St. Patrick, you know, we didn't want to get a pinch. We did not want to get a pinch. So yeah, this was me at the first booze up. That was before the afternoon prayer. Then after the afternoon prayer, we had a festive meal. That's my own personal piss up. So we had the St. Patrick's Day theme, tablecloth, and the food was out this freaking world. Okay, out this world. It was corned beef. Oh my god, this corned beef. Freaking awesome. Okay, here's how you make a good corned beef. But my wife got it from a different place because the people who were eating with us were Sephardi, so they only eat this thing called halak. So we had to get that type of meat, and it was so good. And it's like it was so good. Here's how you make a good corned beef, right? You get a side of corned beef, get the top cut and the bottom cut together, get the entire brisket, right? It's important, right? And then you boil it. You boil it with onions, whole onions, carrots. You can cut them a bit. Onions, you can cut them once if you want. Carrots, celery, pickling spice, and bay leaves. Right. Boil it for about 2-3 hours. Turn it every now and again until it gets kind of soft as your prongs go into it. Anything else you need to put in there? That's basically it. And then when take it out when it's ready, when it's still firm, right? Wrap it in foil. Put it in the fridge, or put it right in the freezer if you want. And then when you're ready to eat it, you pull it out of the freezer, get a pot of boiling water, dip it in, comes out fresh as anything. I'm telling you, that's how you make. That was my dad's business. He did very well off. He had a corned beef bar. That was his final business. He did very, very well off. He had corned beef bars at Wembley Stadium. So that was the secret recipe I just gave you. It's awesome, right? So, but my wife made it because, again, the Irish theme. So corned beef, we had this rice with lots of green stuff in it. There you see my daughter getting into the spirit of things very well. Again, yeah, we had to do a lot of drinking. What else? I made broccoli because it's green. Oh, this is fried cabbage. That was awesome. Okay, that was very, very, very good. I recommend that highly. Peas, of course, we got to have peas. Oh, also, my wife wanted something a bit less Irish, so she made these like crispy triangles with like curried meat inside it. It was very, very good. Was it curried? I can't remember. It was good. At the bottom, you see some soda bread. Oh God, that was awesome. I mean, the food was very good this year. Very, very good. And then so I had to get. Oh yeah, and then we get. What else is this? This is. Oh my God, I forgot it. This is important, right? These may look like twice baked potatoes here. Now keep in mind, us Jews, we can't mix meat and milk, so they're not like, you know, a jacket potatoes with cheese. Now, what this is a baked potato, right? Scooped out. You put into it shepherd's pie filling, right? Then you put the mashed potato on top and you bake it again. It's shepherd's freaking pie in a mashed potato bowl. Yes, you heard that correctly. A shepherd's pie in a baked potato bowl. It was awesome beyond awesome, right? Awesome beyond freaking awesome. We had a few left over last night. I went to eat them. All gone. All gone. My kids had descended like locusts, right? They guess insanely. So yeah, I missed out. Okay, I mean, I had someone else drunk, but that's about it. So and as the festivities wore on, you know, so did the Lebetkins. Here's my son. He's doing awfully well. Here's my daughter before she passed out. Yes, that's it, Al. That's it, Al. Yeah, look, I've always taught my kids, if you fast on Yom Kippur, you should drink a Purim. It just seems to be the thing to do. And yeah, she did. Yes, she did. My son also, he was in yeshiva. That's his rabbinical seminary. Again, see, I'm happy for them because they are doing this thing called a mitzvah. This is the thing of the day. It's to drink till your mind is detached, because the stuff you think about, your soul is beyond that, right? Okay, there's a thing about the creation of ideas, like how an idea goes from thought to goes from whatever it is to reality. How something is created, right? So first, there's a thing above your soul, like above your brain, called your soul, right? That has the idea, has the desire to create in a specific way that the soul needs to express that way, right? That's what a creation is. It could be anything, right? It could be, you know, just something simple. You just invent a new way to hang up your phone. What's that? Anything, right? Any creation, right? Any creation. But it's like for whatever that's inspiration, right? That goes boom into your brain. That goes into your brain, and then that goes from your brain into your action, and then those actions turns into like kinetic movement, which creates the action, right? So that's essentially, and that goes for everything. You're turning on a light switch, even that sort of thing. So yeah, your brain sometimes gets in the way of your soul, right? So that's why that's essentially what it is. You drink. And you drink quite a lot. Dan from the Type 40 podcast did hit me up and say, "How am I doing? Are you streaming?" I said, "Oh no." Then you realize it's my Jewish holiday. Are you having fun? I hope you're not shit faced. So, with which I sent him this picture at the time. I said, "Shit faced me." So that's what happened to me, mate. That's what happened to me, and I just realized social media is the a very. Oh, by the way, what we're coming up tonight? We're doing a deep dive into Rosa. It's disgusting. It's not just bad; it's actually disgusting. It's somewhat evil. And also, we're also doing a deep dive into Discovery season finale. What else you got? It Voyage Home. I can't even remember. Coming Home. Oh God, you know, it's would I rather. If it's called Coming Home, would I rather watch Coming Home or have somebody coming on me, right? And I don't want somebody coming on me. That sounds really gross, right? That sounds really what I don't want that happen. I mean, a male was. I really, I don't want that happening in general. But Star Trek Discovery was really bad. That's what I'm trying to say. As you will see, oh my god, it's really, really, really bad. So that's what we will be doing tonight. The thing is, I got behind. I had to do Discovery, right? Because I didn't do my Thursday show. Oh yeah, and then of course we're going to talk about Hugh Grant for a few minutes. I got my Newswalk video coming up tomorrow, which goes into that in deep detail. This is a story that has legs. This is a story that's going to carry on, right? Something's going to happen with it, right? I don't see it going nowhere. But you know what? I'll just look. Let me look at my phone now. If there's been any updates. I'll just do a bit of Googling. And then also I'm very happy because I had time today. In general, my Substack's going to start coming back together this week again. I had a few plates spinning, right, of things that are going on that have come to fruition in a good way. I got firstly, Porum's done. Okay, so I'm getting Hugh Grant. These are all the. Let me go. Search tools will do by dates. See if there's anything new. Firstly, that it comes from the Mirror is a big deal, right? That Mirror is a strong source. I'm just going through the news. Metro, in conversations. It sounds in talks. It sounds genuine, doesn't it? Right? I mean, to me, it sounds genuine. Okay, there's no new updates as yet, but to me, it sounds like it might be going down, right? It certainly makes a lot of bloody sense, doesn't it? I mean, yeah. Let's watch the clips. Somebody sent me this clip. Wait. I got to get to the chat. Let me get to the chat first. Yeah, come back. Let me get to the chat first. Then we'll watch the clip. Yeah, there you go. Look at me, being all professional. Where am I? Okay, fine. Let me find the thumb. It's a pretty, if I may say, sir, a really good thumb. I mean, that's a good picture. Don't get me wrong. That's a very good picture. Oh man, is that a cold call? It's a cold call. Leave me alone. So this is coming out tomorrow. We're going to be talking about. Wait till they hear J.K. Rowling is writing an episode. I'm just trolling them, mate. I'm just going to say they're not in a good way. They're having a bit of a fit, right? Although what's the name? Problem being has got his account spending on Twitter, which is like really quite painful because he's got one of the most entertaining Twitter accounts in the entire year. Oh God! Listen. Never get an argument. Problem being, he just stays in there, right? He just stays in there. Bless him. I mean, what was he? My guess, bullshit, right? But right now, somebody just sent me the link. It's embarrassing. They're like it's like children, like going. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I mean, like. Yeah, this is not like, you know, the death of Stalin. You know, it's suspended. But I mean, who knows? Permanently, it doesn't matter. What's going on? Just start a new account. Well, I don't understand. Whatever. I want not Twitter. But anyway, they are going ape at these guys. They're going absolutely crazy. So this video is also we're talking about this. Weird. I mean, it's just weird ass Twitter thing where somebody said, "Oh, Jenny's the best ambassador ever," and somebody else said, "Wait, she was just on a podcast effing her freaking head off, right? She's effed her head off all the freaking time. Even on the intro when I do reviews of her Turgid episodes, right? I guess that's how I'll start it. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna record it live because I got the intro built in here, right? The intro of she drops an F-bomb. She does it a lot. Like she's very she likes being twee and pretend I don't know. She's just dumb. In my opinion, she seems just dim. right? And she just does. I think that's why her performance hasn't been that great, quite frankly. Anyway. How do we get on to that? So, yeah, this rumor has legs, in my opinion. So we're going to be talking about that. Oh yeah, so they're going crazy about her. So I think Dan type 40 podcast said, wait, she drops their bombs all the time, and they're like, no, and then I followed the tweet threads, right? They lose it. They like completely. He said anybody who played Doctor Who shouldn't be allowed to swear ever, and if they do, they should be cancelled. And it's like, it's bizarre. It was, so that's worth watching because it's just weird. And they just convince themselves. They're like, yes, well, thank God we are on the right side of history. And it's really it's so weird. It's so freaking weird. So it's worth looking at that. We're going to obviously look at the Hugh Grant story. We're going to look at a video in a minute after I get through the chat. Yeah, listen, it makes a lot of bloody sense, doesn't it? It's Russell D. Davies will be ecstatic if it's true, right? I mean, that it looked like. Why did he say he wanted to cast star to originally? Well, he's a great actor, but wow, Hugh Grant as a Doctor, of course, he's going to bring viewers, right? He's a much more interesting age now. He's an interesting actor. He's a seasoned actor. I'd love to see what he wants to do with it. I think it's going to be for an episode or two, but who do I know? It could be, who knows? I mean, it's like a full season seems a bit grueling, but like a special or something. So listen, it seems an interesting idea, right? It seems like an interesting idea. And I think, Russell D. Davies really likes him. Hugh Grant really likes Russell D. Davies. If it's a couple of specials, this is perfect for him. This is so good for his career. This is the only way to top Paddington 2, right? This is very good for him. If he's not doing like the grueling, 12-month, whatever. If he's doing one or two specials, this is awesome for him. He loves Russell D. Davies. It's a prestige project. It's everything about it. It's going to have a ton of money. It's going to have a ton of money. Oh man, Soda's going to pay. We're going to get a lot of shit, right? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get like fully animated reconstructions, completely fully animated, just on the streaming service. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think he has that ability behind him that he can greenlight that now. I mean, I really do. And wow! And if he doesn't now, he will after this is a success, right? This is incredible. This will move Russell D. Davies into the stratosphere if this works, right? And Russell D. Davies is somebody who likes to win. He's somebody who really likes to win. So I reckon it's got legs. But here, let me get to this is on my video tomorrow. It's a good video. I had to cut it down. I was going to do something about the Fortnite thing, and I don't really give a shit. I mean, whatever. I didn't even know Fortnite was still a thing. But anyway, I was going to do that, and then I end on the David Tennant story, and I ripped David Tennant and his new arsehole. Oh my god! Where he's basically like, I'm sad about I feel helpless about Ukraine. Idiot! The time when you had power. The time when you had power is when you pissed up against the wall because you got disgusted and irritated by Donald Trump. I mean, and you just believed all the bullshit, right? And then you projected the bullshit, right? I'm sorry, the reason the world is falling apart is because of your politics, Mr. Tennant, right? That you have in your bloody $1 billion mansions. Right? Whatever. It seems to me you're somewhat affluent, right? And it's like everybody agrees. Everybody should have a fair shake, right? No one will. If anybody disagrees with you, they're a dick, right? Everybody should have a fair shake. Everybody should have a good education. Everybody should have access to university. I believe that. 100%. And I believe they do, quite frankly, right? And I believe they did when I was young as well, when I was in university. It was, I mean, like, I think there are tons of scholarships. There are tons and tons of scholarships. I think my sister got one. But there are tons of them, right? Like government scholarships, and there's government school. I mean, like, again, I think everybody should have an equal shake. But at the same time, everybody should be rewarded commensurately for their labor, right? I believe that, right? And if you're a grunt, you should be paid like a grunt and live like a grunt, right? And if you struggle and you make yourself into something more, you should reap the benefit for that, right? I think everybody should. I think there should be a social safety net. People shouldn't be starving. Right? People shouldn't be living on the street. I agree with all that, and I think we have it within us to solve that. But I don't think we have it within us to solve that by jettisoning the essence of capitalism, which is somebody benefits from their labor, right? And I think that's why it works. That's why it's generated a lot of wealth, because if people know, if I put this labor in, like a plumber knows, if I work and work and work and work and work, I'm going to be very, very rich, right? Don't you remember loads of money? Yeah, good for him. Good for him. I want more of them, right? And that's what capitalism essentially is, right? And the ability to transfer wealth, which is universally for property, which is being stripped away in the United States at an alarming rate, right? Man, shit is about to hit the fan. I mean, beyond my... Even if I'm wrong, okay? Even if I'm wrong, you're all screwed, right? I think God's going to look after us, but I think you guys might be up shit creek. Although I think there might end up being some Israeli technology that you need to survive, right? And I'm not shitting, because that fits in my messianic worldview, right? Or something like that. Right, because that's kind of like a modern equivalent of the things that happened in the time of the prophets, right? So, which is what essentially I think we will eventually be going back to in the next 12 years, right? And anyway, I digress. And we do seem to be heading it. So, best case scenario, let's say we avoid nuclear war, which we're not. Okay, we're not avoiding nuclear war. We are not avoiding cyber war. Right? Cyber war is going to happen. You know what cyber war is? One day the electric stops working, and that's it for 6 months, right? Or whatever. You know, like that's what cyber warfare will look like, right? Suddenly there's no eggs. Like, okay, you know, like weird shit will go down. That is cyber warfare. And that is going to happen. How do I know that's going to happen? The team that bought you Afghanistan is stage managing this with somebody who, let's be clear, Putin seems very smart and apeshit crazy. I mean, like, I'm not wrong about this. Does Putin seem like he gives a fuck? I don't think he does, right? I think he might be bonkers. I think he's working to a plan, but do you think he gives it? I don't think he does, right? And dealing with him is the most incompetent people in the entire universe. Like, how do you think it's going to go down? Like, what do you think's going to happen? Yeah, so that's happening. So let's say, anyway, we avoid all that and we avoid nuclear war, which we're not. Okay, I want to be clear. We are not avoiding that, in my opinion, at this point. You know, it's like look. There's two things that I think the Talmud or I think probably the Talmud says is out of the purview of man and only in the purview of God. Money, whether you're a success or you fail, is always in the purview of God, right? Money is, and whether you have money or not, is irrespective of your success or failure, right? That is completely in the purview of God. God can absolutely do that, right? So money and war, right? We don't really have it in control, and it does seem if God exists, and he moves things around like a chessboard, getting things lined up, he seems like we're heading towards war, right? Which is, how are you going to avoid it being nuclear? Okay, whatever. Okay. But let's say we avoid all that. You're all going to starve. Why? Because you just decided to cut off the main supplier of fertilizer in the world. Russia. Russia is the major supplier of fertilizer in the world, okay? Which means for farmers to fertilize crops, they're going to have to spend a lot more money, right? And because they're going to spend a lot more money, crops are going to cost a lot more money. Because crops are going to cost a lot of money, everything's going to cost a lot more money. And it's already crazy levels, right? It's so, and people are going to starve. Essentially, a famine is coming, right? A famine, like best case scenario. So, chin chin. But anyway, I think God is real and going to intercede. So let me think. I was going to say the thing. Then we'll get to the chat. I realized how social media is a good allegory for the relationship, for the connection between humanity and God, right? It's a good way of how one views oneself. Because I had this conversation with my wife over Sabbath, right? And my point was, like, I think it's better that you're involved. When I was telling all the things that are going on, because my friend was here, so I was telling all like the crazy stuff that's going on, like all the trans stuff where they don't tell the parents, and like all this really crazy stuff going on. And my friend's like, I don't believe it. It can't be real, right? I'm like, it did. That's why they get away with it. And my wife's like, well, I don't really want to know, right? I'm like, well, I think because you not knowing is the problem, right? Is my idea. Because I think it's like this. Much like social media. Social media, you are vital to social media, right? Social media cares very deeply about what you think and say, right? And they watch you to make sure they do, right? Am I wrong about that? Because if you say the wrong thing, they will step on you in a second, right? Social media has an all-inclusive, and they have and they very much care about what you say. At the same time, social media needs you, right? How does Facebook make money? Ads. How do you get? Is it just random ads? No, it's a whole new type of ad. It's targeted advertising because they know you. They know you, your viewing profiles. They know what you look at. They know what you think about. They know you, right? And they will present. And devices work in tandem. I will often talk about a movie and then see it in Amazon or something like that on Facebook. It's going like I will often see things like that, right? So how do they make money? They sell a product. That product is you. They need you. They want you. They will do anything to keep you close, right? And you're vital to them, and they monitor you always. There's a sea of you. There's a billion of you. Not one of you is insignificant, right? That is social media. That is also somewhat the relationship with God, only it's a loving one rather than an abusive one, right? I think everybody says, "Oh, why do I matter?" There's like a gazillion billion people across time and space. Like, what? Like, why? How? I'm an insignificant dot on an insignificant dot, if I may quote Douglas Adams, right? Why do I matter? And the same way, do you matter in social media, right? Yeah, each one of you is precious, right? Each one of you is important. Each one of you has a whole universe inside your head, right? Of experience, right? All that is real. All that matters, right? You matter to God, right? And everything you do matters to God, right? And God watches you. But again, it's in a much nicer way. The social media, okay, because you can't conceive it with God, but you can put it in a context of social media. Oh yeah. Yeah, because I'm not allowed to step out of line on social media, right? So anyway, so that's a random thought about and whether you believe in God or not. That's like the theoretical understanding of it. Anyway, this is dropping tomorrow at 3 p.m. UK. Let me get to the chat. Nick Burrows here. The factualized simplified history of St. Rosa Parks for propaganda purposes, with addition of lowest ever rated racist baddie message. Nothing changed from the 1950s. Oh boy, you wait. But it's worse than that. It's actually worse than that. Oh my God, Nick Burrow. Yeah, you wait. When we get, it's actually worse than that. Unbelievable. Genuine comments here. Genuine, how you doing, mate? He's got a new book out. We're going to do a special together at some point. We're going to leave about it. He's been on the channel once, twice before. Each time he's got a new campaign. It's the Perfect 10 series. Part 1 and part 2 have been awesome, right? They're awesome. They're sexy books. They're great books. If you're a moderator, you put the link to his Indiegogo in the chat. I am looking forward to seeing what you got up your sleeve for issue 3. They've been really good so far, right? I really, really love them. I don't know. We were just speaking today. I don't know when we're doing the special while the campaign's running. Okay, whenever he wants. Okay, we'll work it out. Soda Engines is here. How you doing? Any thought? Save me. Oh, I know. Oh, I should put the thumb up for this one. I forgot. That's actually a good thumb. Wait, let me get that. Oh, here it goes. Come back. No, got the wrong one. Yeah, got the right one. If anybody missed it, I just had the Holiday Emporium. This is the evidence of me at the Holiday Emporium. Somewhat how you humans say shit-faced. Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Total Cringe special. Of course, what's it? Mercy. Do you think the Rabbi will still think my episode is stunning and brave? With the benefit of hindsight. Oh! Whoa! Are we coming to? Of course he will, Rosa. Because I'm smug and everything's perfect in my rosy world. You're the most stunningest and bravest of them all. And Jenny Whittaker, strangely the smartest of the three, go, icky thump. Oh boy! Are we gonna rip the shit out of that piece of garbage? Fine, let me get it. Soda Rangers here, Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. How are you, sir? Paul Toastland, how are you here? I wouldn't kick Sasha out of her bed. Who's Sasha? What are we talking about? 7 o'clock when we started. I don't know who Sasha is. What's that? Is Saniqua Martin Green is Burnham. Is it? I don't know. I will kick most of them out of bed. Yeah, I think I would. I totally prefer my wife to all three. Okay, all three of them will be trading down. I mean, there's no way with Jodie. Oh God. Oh, I just vomited in my own mouth in the fall. Those reptiles, Doctor, once the rulers of this earth. What were we talking about? I thought these mirror rumors of Hugh Laurie being the 14th. We just did that. Yeah, and we're going to look at it. I think they're strong. Hugh Grant always seemed a pretty one-dimensional actor to me. Not very doctorous. I reckon he could do it. I think he's got a bit of depth, right? And again, for him coming in off Paddington 2, right, which was a huge success for him, right? He's transitioned nicely into the avuncular roles now, right, which is perfect for him. He gets to be fun, right? He's basically in the later Robert De Niro mode where he gets to like just have fun, do things that make him giggle. I think he would love being Doctor Who, right? And I think he's going to love being a beloved Doctor Who. I love the Alien Mother, very masterful. He would just be more work trap. I don't know. I am very, very optimistic it's him because it's. I think if it's him, it means Russell Davies is here to play, right? Like all he gives a shit about is it's being successful, and because if it's successful, the world turns around for it. Like he's king of the world forever, right? I really think it's he's here to play. If it's true, he's here to play 100%, and that's good news. Psycho Me, the total lefties. Yeah, I know. They're all total lefties. They've always all been total lefties. right? They're total lefties, most of them who really realize that they've torched their paychecks. Like, have you seen the comic book industry recently? Comic books Twitter is insane, right? It's all a GoFundMe campaign, not GoFundMe, Patreon campaigns, because they don't have any money. They're all up. I mean, like, mate, it's about to get worse. I refuse to throw the first line on. Smart move. It was pandering. I'm not even talking about it till we get to it. Man, I'm acting here. WTF. I know. History is bad, Jody. Jenkins, my glasses. What was I doing at the time? Matt Mavericks is here. How you doing? That was Man of Action. I know you're more. You know more. I think about it. Russell Lee Davis ripped off Captain Scarlet with Captain Jack. Yes, 100%. What been bad, Jody? That is her before. Oh god, it's so bad. And then stay with me because we're going into Discovery episode. I was going to do this. I was going to do this on Thursday, but I was out getting shit faced for information for proof. There you go. Anyway, I was out on Thursday, and now it's behind. I haven't even seen Picard yet. Apparently, this is the one where it goes woke, so I haven't got to that yet. And then I really want to do this Rosa respective, right? That's what I wanted to do as a video for tonight. So I figured, I'll do it as a stream. I haven't seen you guys for a while. Tell you about Purim. Tell you where you're on life. It's nice to see everybody. This is the voice of the Mistrons. We know you can hear us, Time Lords. Epsilon Squares here. Hello, Rabbi. Glad to join you. I'm glad you joined me. Ethan Book, I'm here. Beef is good. A slogan and a truth. It's true. That corned beef was so... And God, my kids devoured everything. I mean, we had so much leftovers, and they just devoured it, right? Man, that was good. That was really good. We're in for a weird Sabbath this week. I think none of the kids are home, right? I think we got the house to ourselves, which means we're cat sitting for India, which is going to be a bit weird. But we got the house to stuff, baby. It's time to get out the love oil. I don't have the energy for love oil. I'm basically done after 3.5 minutes. I'm like a soft-boiled egg. That's how much I need. Very soft-boiled egg at this age. Darren Evans here. How you doing, sir? Fucking out. How you doing? Notifications are really on the ball. Just got the bloody... Yeah, I know. YouTube, you know. YouTube sucks. What can I tell you? Beautiful Princess Rabbi. I know. They're great. When you back? When they springing you? So the problem being is here. When they springing you from your... Man, somebody sent me a link to somebody gloating. I'm like, why would you gloat? Weirdos. Rabbi is a Disney princess. I was that day. Any day is better. In fact, day when Jodie Whittaker's on the clean. It should be. You will drink yourself into that. Fucking else. I'm looking forward to seeing how bad the finale is. It's so bad! And guess what? You think it can't get any worse? It gets worse! It's oh my God. It's honestly so terrible. Tzvi, don't try to be professional. Keep spiraling back on top. Well, you know, I do. This is me trying to be professional. Oh, yeah, that's something else. I did spiral off topic. I should mention my Substack. Please subscribe to it. I'm getting it back online this week. Purim blew a hole in my week in a big way. But I also had like these 2 projects that I've like really firmed up. I got 2 new channels up and running. Nothing to do with me. I've been wanting to get like more like religious people who want to get their words out. You know, they have books they're selling. They're like, get them to start channels, right? And I'll charge them a little bit to get the graphics and set up. Tell them how to run a channel. One person took to it like a duck to water, right? Straight in there, putting out great content after great content after great content, timely, right? Knowing what they're doing, and they They got 200 plus subscribers already in a week, right? They really doing well, really on their way to being monetized. And the other one, and they did their first live stream. The other one did their first live stream, and they're settling into a nice groove. So I'm really happy. Both those projects that were like I was really keeping an eye on have come together nicely, right? So, but I want to spend more time on the Substack. What I really want to do is, I think we're going to do a for the male gaze NFT. You get free with the paid one, and we're going to make a different one each month. And I'll have you guys like be able to vote on what it is. And then if you want to pay for it, I will. There's like on-demand printing things that I can get made as postcards, as keychains, as posters, whatever you guys want. You know, I'll get that store set up for you. It's just like I whatever they charge is whatever they charge. You know, that's what it is. You know, that's basically it. But yeah, if you want that, happy to do that. But yeah, I think we'll do that every month. I got a couple in hand we haven't put out yet. I think I got a good Avengers one, which is really sexy. Do I have that? Let me see if I can find that. Hang on. I've got to go over here. Where's that? Go to messages. Oh, I can do a search. Look at me. Look at me like I know what I'm doing. That's incredible. Here, this is really cool. Where is it? Oh, that's a cool one. Yeah. Where is it? Okay, back. We'll hold that one back for a little bit. No. Oh, yeah, this is it. Oh, yeah, this is certainly going to be the first one. This has been a widely requested male gaze. Yeah. So again, you'll get this free as an NFT, which means it'll be individually to you. And that's actually supposed to be like cryptocurrency. That's the point of it. That you want to make them you want to trade them to make them cryptocurrency. So I reckon these are quite tradable, right? And they should accrue in value. Wouldn't it be great in After the Apocalypse? That's what you're trading in. Rabbi NFTs, right? Yes, it. That's it. Listen. You want to put a punt on the good Lord, right? I think you should. Then where's the other one? I should show this other one. You want to put a punt on the good Lord, then sign up to my Indiegogo. Yeah, this could be the currency of tomorrow. Here's one he was working on for Star Wars. Oh yeah, here's a cool one. This is a really cool one. Look at that, Ed Bishop. Not so sexy. Actually, we should put that. There you go. First one for the female gaze. Bit of Ed Bishop action. Problem being, how's that suit you? We'll leave that up for you. Problem being, you can give me the thumbs up on time. You are the voice. You know, like the voice of the Mistrons. So you are the voice. You are the gay voice. Actually, if you're gay as well, let me know. Anybody gay there, let me know if this is a good for the female gaze or the gay gaze. The social awkward guy is the only part who Grant can play. No, he was actually very good in the. He was good in The Gentleman, which is a weirdly not good movie. But I thought he was very good in that. I think he was very good in Paddington. I think he was very good in Very British Scandal. I think he's got a lot more range on him than you think, right? I think. And listen, I might be wrong. If he's shit, right? But it means that Russell E. Davies is here to play, right? Cyber War, you will be like us. Plot with Earth becomes Skaro. Essentially, that's what we're playing with. Again, we got Putin, who is seems to be. I know, I'll do any shit. I mean, like, really? Here, I'm gonna nuke Amsterdam. Why? Why not? I mean, what? Are you sure? Yeah, why not? Please don't do that, Mr. Putin. Like, it seems like, yeah, okay. I give Amsterdam another week. Like, right? Wouldn't that be weird? We painted Divine Brown. Yes, I can say that. See that says Derek McManus. Monk of Magnesia is here. How you doing? Falcon Hell is here. I think I said hello to Falcon Hell, but I'll say hello again. Darren M. I definitely said hello to Darren M. I'll say hello again. Kevin L is here. How you doing, Paul? Paul Toast. You were here right at the beginning. Look at you. You got staying power. Matthew Pounder is here. How you doing, Gareth Morgan? Alice Marsden was greasy and foul. He was not. He was perfect. As for New Who, Masters, I cannot grudge Eric Roberts. I do like Eric Roberts. He was short and sweet in his appearance, but he was very good on Big Finish, right? Very good Big Finish. I was too drunk to get here on time. Oh, really, mate? Really? We can. Here, 1 second. Now we got to trade drunk pictures. Wait. Yeah. 1 second. We go back over there. Where is it? Doink. How's that for a drunk picture, mate? Okay. Who's drunk picture now? Come out. How you doing? Now I claim your self-defense. I am the master and you wouldn't pay me. Yeah, you got to be really into that weird stuff. Whatever you want. Count's Crash Course is here. How you doing? And who else we got? I'm nearly caught up. I'm not that far behind. Buy one of my NFTs and get a free nothing physical. Exactly. I don't even understand it. It's my kid who keeps banging on about it. Oh, there you go. Problem being, likes the Bishop. Fine. That's gonna be for the first for the gays. Right? For the gays. Should we say for the gays? Or for the homos? I don't know. What will trigger the Twitter righteous more? For the gays or for the homos? I don't know. You let me know. I look like a rotting corpse. Well, there you go. Have a glass of orange juice is what I recommend. Calvin Crashkall said, hello. Who else we got here? Third Doctor is here. Kevin, this pic, that pic. 1 second. Fine. Let's watch that video I got. The sound isn't great. I should be able to turn it up, but let's see what we got. In this. Oh, there he goes. Dr. Book, Captain Scarlet. Bum, 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 bum. I got my coffee. I forgot about that. Got the little whizzing ball going. And again, I'll get the sound. You might have to do the sound.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's very hard to hear. I'm going to turn my sound up, so hopefully that'll echo out. But you might have to turn your sound up to hear it. I'll tell you what they're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I'm a big Doctor Who fan.
Yes.
Which has been a disappointing few years for me, because it's not been great, let's be honest. So this last season, Jodie Whittaker's was the best she's done.
Okay, I like everything he just said there. There we go. It was the best season she's done. That's correct, and it's also been awful, right?
But they're now saying some of the papers, Hugh Grant is in talks.
That's correct. So it looks like Doctor Who's going to be getting something of a Marvel makeover, Stephen.
Now, here's the story. Not in the Doctor Who fan. Don't watch the Doctor Who fan. The story in this is in this normie, Sarah Robertson, this lady who I think has just made the seat wet with excitement. Right? She is very, very happy. Right? For it to be Hugh Grant. Very happy. Watch the clip.
Russell T. Davies, who's the original Doctor Who creator, he's taken
the original Doctor Who creator. Hi, my name's Karen. I'm a normie.
Back over at the helm for the 60th Doctor Who anniversary celebrations, which are coming up next year, and he wants Hugh Grant to play the next Time Lord.
He doesn't really.
Well,
Wait. So, firstly, here she's got a little bit crazy eye thing going. I have to tell you, even though I like her, even though I would, even though nice cleavage, she has a bit crazy eye thing going here. Now, here's the interesting: the Doctor Who fans, no, he's scared to hope. He's scared to hope. He's like Anslin at the beginning of Battlefield. Can it be beyond all hope? Can it be the Doctor? Right? Is that Merlin? Right? He's scared to hope. You can hope, baby. You can hope. That's my message to you. You can hope.
Really?
well,
I don't believe this for a second. I don't believe it.
What do you think it is?
It's out, by the way. Here, 1 second. Look at her. She's like, also, what is this channel with the cleavage? I like this channel. But listen, I don't say you have to have cleavage to be on this channel, but it's nice, you know. As a consumer of this channel, which I wasn't until right now, I like the cleavage, right? Just like on Fox News, I like the inexplicable heels, right? That everybody like all the newsreaders, well, the female newsreaders wear. I just like it. Okay, I like it. Yes, I understand that subjectification. That's because I am a heterosexual male who's reasonably horny, right? Yes. So in case any of that was unclear.
I think, well, if you look at what's been, because I mean, you know how all this works. Yeah. There's been a headline every week about they're going to be the new Doctor Who. They're going to be the new Doctor Who. It's every week there's somebody different. So this is the biggest name so far.
But this is the biggest name in the ring so far. Obviously, Hugh Grant. You know, a very, very well-known British star from the likes of Love Actually, you know.
Yeah, look how excited she is for it to be true. That's the story.
All those Richard Curtis rom-coms. And I think he would make a great Time Lord because he's got that kind of, I don't know, English...
He's got that kind of makes me horny, right? He's got that kind of I want him to shag me look, right? Yes, we understand, and that works for me. If that means the viewership is going to get 12 million, that's fine. I listen, pimp out Hugh Grant. I don't care. Make him as hot as you want, okay? I want her. I want this woman to be happy, right? I want this Karen to be happy and me, right? If we get us both happy, and that looks like it don't take, you know what it looks like it takes? Here, let me remind you what it takes, right? Not much, right? How do you make Karen over there happy? I'll show you. 1 second. Share screen. Here's how you make Karen happy. One of them. Just one of them. And Karen is, put one of them on screen, and you get one of these. Yeah, and she's like, I think I could go for it. So listen, let's listen to them.
I don't know, English genteel way that the Time Lord should have.
I think it'd be quite good, but every time you talk to someone like David Tennant or Matt Smith, they say the filming schedule is absolutely grueling. Would Hugh want that at his stage?
See, my thing is, I reckon it's a couple of specials, right? We don't know what shape this is going to be. Again, I don't think this is really made for TV. I think this is made to be able to get in different ways, right? Yeah, exactly. Third Doctor says exactly the same thing as me. Hugh Grant was good in Paddington too. The Gentleman and different characters quite arranged. A very British scandal. It was excellent, right? Excellent. She is waiting herself. Look, that's it. Oh, wrong way. That's it, right? That's the one, right? That says Russell T Davies is here to play. Russell T Davies. That's what he wants. He wants that reaction. Because she's going to tune in and watch on Netflix and while it gets the biggest ratings ever.
His money and his stage in life.
I mean, he doesn't really need it, let's face it. You know, he is already a huge Hollywood star. So I think if he was to do this, it would be a bit of a passion project for him. But apparently talks are quite advanced. You know, his name's in the ring and they are going backwards and forwards.
Right. Listen. Actually, who knows? She seems like a reporter. She seems like somebody who's on the inside said, no, he's in talks, right? I'm not saying he's cut. He's in talks and they're quite advanced, right? That's and she's flicking herself off at the prospect, right? If I may demonstrate, if my daughter was that woman, this is how she would react. That's from my recent forum celebrations. This was me. Back to her.
All this space, it could happen. But I could see him do it. I really can. I can see him fitting in there.
Oh well, you know, they're the two.
Flying the TARDIS.
There you go. Well, you know, he may well materialise at that console. You never know. We're out of time this morning.
Yeah, listen, mate. It could totally happen. GBN News, GB News, like the cleavage. So listen, you want to hear my full commentary on that? Yeah, this comes out tomorrow, 3 p.m. UK time. Very, very likely, right? Essentially, they want to make a Marvel style multiverse, and they're saying, boy, do we have the money. Listen, with respect, last time they tried to do it was with the paltry budget of the BBC, and they came up with Torchwood and Sarah Jane, right? And that was with nothing, right? That was like they're saying, now they got real money. Could you imagine? Ooh, just imagine. So that's basically my commentary on it. Who knows? It's not crazy. It sounds like it. Listen, if Russell D. Davies is here to play, this is happening. Now, if it is happening, I reckon there's going to be an announcement sooner rather than later. Now, once this is out there that far, they'll want to seal the deal and announce, right? I always thought it was somewhat likely to announce in the run up to the next special. And they say, "Oh, look, we're helping you raise interest in Doctor Who." While nobody gives a shit about your Sea Devils. Like, we're going to raise interest, and you take over Sea Devils. Yay! Yeah, right. Fine. Let's get ready for. We'll do Rosa. And it's shocking, but I'm not talking about it till we start. Okay, which is kind of hard. So first we got to go. Again, I had this all worked out before we started, right? I was so responsible. And then it crashed. Okay, it crashed. I feel like, how do we do that? Let me move from studio. Was it Han Solo when Millennium Falcon won't go to light screen in Empire Strikes Back? It's like, it's not my fault. Here we go. A bit of Rosa action. Dun, 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 dun. Is this the right way around? Last time I did it, last time I opened these files, I opened them backwards. So I ended up with like the last one first, and in that would be wrong. We don't want that. What's with the current trend of finding people totally wrong for Doctor Who? Well, yeah. Listen. This will be a big deal for Rusty Davis, right? This will be a big deal for Rusty Davis. One second, this opens up. Fine. Let's give this its own theme tune, right? Because it deserves its own theme tune. Where is it? Yeah, okay, here we go.
I just fucking love you all so much.
Yes, we hate you, Jodie. We hate you. It's like, do we? Wait till you see this episode. So this is a review of Rosa. Okay, I developed these in-depth reviews, and it thought, we really should go back and look at the best of Jodie Whittaker to see what's going on. Because when I first watched this episode, and I've only watched it once, I watched it twice now. I watched it with what we call in Judaism an ayin tov, a good eye, And even like 80, the reason why anybody dies before the age of 120, says the Talmud, is because they're afflicted with the evil eye, right? With the evil eye. You look at somebody with jealousy, with anger, it destroys them, right? And I believe that sort of stuff exists, right? I can tell you freaky stories, let me tell you. For another time. So there is a loving eye, a good eye. Now, I love Doctor Who. I absolutely love Doctor Who. I've always loved Doctor Who. And I wanted this era to be good. We had Woman of Felt Worth, you couldn't really judge. I wanted to be positive. I didn't like the rainbow, but it's a bit on the nose, but whatever. The Ghost Monument, I thought she was quite doctory for a second at the beginning there. And I somewhat was okay. The episode didn't make me go, oh God, this is the worst thing ever. Then this episode came along and I couldn't criticize it because it was this episode. Then Arachne's in the UK and I couldn't quite believe it. And I gave it the benefit of the doubt. And then by the time I got the Sananga conundrum, I was like, holy shit. And then it went downhill rapidly from there. But, so I looked at this with a very positive eye. I looked at it very positively. And I don't think quite fairly. Now I look at it in the cold light of day, it's disgusting, right? It is absolutely disgusting. Fine, I'm clipping out this bit and releasing it as a video. I'll be doing that with the Discovery bit as well. So I'm going to say, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Comment, let me know what you do. Do comment, let me know what you think. What else did he do? I sign up my Substack, sign up my paying Substack. You get nothing tangible. Other than my happiness and some erotic lithographs. Like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack. If you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. If you're not subscribed, could you subscribe? That'd be very nice. Fine, let's open this up. So yeah, this is disgusting beyond disgusting. It's very, 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 very clear, very, very, very quickly that the reason this was written wasn't to educate people about Black history. No, as we will see. It wasn't to do that at all. It was so liberal people, predominantly white, the Chris Chibnalls of the world, the Piers Wengers of the world, the David Tennants of the world, right? The Jodie Whittakers of the world. So liberal people could see cartoonish, ridiculous racism and go, oh, no! And then they'll feel so good about themselves, so virtuous. That's what it's for. That's why it's written. And it's disgusting. And once you finally nail that, you understand how disgusted you were to the core with it. It's also very manipulative and very badly written. It's very, very poor, right? You get to see what this episode is by what it is, and it's very, very weak, right? It's very, very, very weak, and it's more than that. It's a disgusting co-option of a 50-year-old struggle that has been won, a 70-year-old struggle that has been won to make losers feel like they're good people without doing anything to be a good people. Be good people, right? Be good people. I was putting a cheap round my head and says about the minute. No, I'm keeping it all in, warts and all, baby, warts and all. So fine, we start off without the cold opening, and it's shit. Like, what a dumb creative decision with bad music. That the reason this person was hired because he was black and his name was Segun Akula. If he was white and called John Smith from Clapham, he would not in a million years. I mean, I don't know where Segun Akula's from. Maybe he's from Clapham as well. I just say Clapham because it sounds whiter and it's funnier. Okay, that's why. If it was John Smith and he was white from Clapham, he wouldn't even be entertained for the job. And you know, and I know it, right? He's there to make you feel good for hiring a black person, right? Which is how you view people who don't look like you, because they make you feel uncomfortable. Because everything makes you feel uncomfortable, Mr. Chibnall. Because I think you're a genuinely worthless human being, right? I really, really do. So you start with this awful opening. Like, why? Because, Chibnall can't give notes to Segun Akula because of his privilege. And you got these big bacon jumps, and it's wrong. And it doesn't work. And Chibnall just doesn't get that it doesn't work. He thinks that's his whiteness talking. Having said that, the CGI for this is excellent, right? And having said that, if this era wasn't so disgustingly shit and full of self-aggrandizing propaganda, this logo would have been exciting. If the show delivered the promise of that first logo reveal video of feminine adventures in time and space, no, we didn't get that at all. We didn't get feminine, we didn't get adventure, right? It would have been awesome, but it didn't deliver that. Anyway, with the titles though, the CGI I thought was good. I like the design of it in general. A bit too dark, should have been lighter. Interesting new look. Terrible music. By Marilee Blackman. Hi, I'm Chris Chibnall. I need a black person to escort me through Black history because I'm a white person, and now I can give a poor little black person a job. Not that I'm going to give any critical structure to the work, and we're going to produce unwatchable shit, right? Which is what this episode is, right? Unwatchable shit. Woke up this morning. I've got the subtitles on. Turn them off. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on freedom. Like a lot of this, like gospel stuff, and like what? Oh, you co-op gospel music, piece of filth. God, gospel music is full of a love of God, right? An abiding through slavery, through the hell that slavery is, through a deep abiding love of God. That is the beauty of gospel music, right? It is that proud voice in that will never be killed, right? It's nothing to do with you, Chris Chibnall. You don't paint yourself with it. You know, like in Walking Dead, they painted themselves with the guts of the dead so they wouldn't get picked out by the zombies. Same with you. You're painting yourself. This is cultural appropriation because you're doing it for the absolute worst. You're not doing it to educate anyone. Okay? No. It becomes apparent. Okay, so this incident actually happened, right? From everything that said, Rosa Parks, this is 12 years earlier, goes to get on a bus, and she gets told to go through the Negro entrance. And listen, I want to be very clear. This is real. This happened. This was messed up. This should not have happened. Segregation is a bad thing. Let's be very, very, very clear. Segregation is also 70 years done, right? It's something in our past, right? So here's the thing, the first tip-off, that this is designed to make white liberal people feel good about themselves, right? Look at the depiction of the naughty National Socialists in World War II in media, and look at the depiction of people who live in Alabama in 1955 in media. White people live in Alabama in media, right? You will see the naughty National Socialists from 10 years earlier, literally 10 years earlier, were treated normally as multi-dimensional people, right? You know, you had to kind of explain that inside, that terrible action, right? They're always like, Schindler's List. You always had they're all multi-dimensional people. These like terrible, they're multi-dimensional, and they're kind of hypnotic how awful they are, right? Now compare them to the people in the South, the white people in the South. They're all one-dimensional caricatures going, and they're designed. Everyone is designed. Everything is designed to make them go, these white liberals, how terrible! Because they are baby brain morons, right? And if they don't scream out the most obvious things like, racism is bad, you say, no, it's really bad. Yeah, no, we know. We all agree. Segregation is bad. Racism, and they still have to say, no, your nonsense about Donald Trump is nonsense. It's just the bottom line. Yeah, well, what about Charlottesville? There are good people on both sides. Yeah, well, that same speech where he said, in the same paragraph, and white supremacists and racists, specifically the KKK, need to be condemned in every way possible. They're disgusting. How clear a condemnation of racism still happens today? How? Please. Police brutality, really? Listen, the moral panic we had that came right after this with George Floyd, is completely, the way we look at it now, if you look at it honestly, is completely differently how we looked at it at the beginning, right? George Floyd is a career criminal in the midst of an armed robbery. Is slipping somebody fake money who kept taking advantage of being in police custody. I mean, listen. Yeah, he was put in a car and he said he can't breathe. So they let him out and he tried to run, right? And then they put him somewhere else and he tried to run. And that's how he ended up with guys knee on it, because he tried to run twice, right? And they quit, and they let him go twice because he said he couldn't breathe. The reason he couldn't breathe could be something to do with the lethal dose of fentanyl in his system. This is all we know now. I mean, this is all just real. Right, there was a lethal dose of fentanyl in the system. The coroner's report reads like death by fentanyl poisoning with a sentence added on the end. Chauvin's knee on the neck may or may not have aggravated it, or may have thrown him on the bus. I can't remember, right? But he had a lethal dose of fentanyl in his system, right? The moral panic we had then was manufactured. It was lied about. It wasn't real. Just like the moral panic we had about COVID. Remember the lockdowns? Remember vaccinations, right? You couldn't say anything bad about, and that me, triple vax, right? You couldn't say anything bad about vaccinations. You couldn't say anything bad about masks. Now we not allowed to talk about it anymore. Now we got to talk about Ukraine, the latest moral panic, which is the more deadly one. But the point is this. The point is this: it's all designed to make white liberal people who live worthless lives without any virtue whatsoever feel good about themselves, because they go, this is terrible! Oh no! And they feel so good. That a dopamine rush. That's what it's for. It's not about educating anyone. They convince themselves, no, I'm fighting against racism that came in the name of Donald Trump. No, it didn't. And your idiot lies have brought us to war, nuclear war, to cyber war. Your idiot lies have brought us to the end of existence. And I'm not being hyperbolic. That's actually true, right? We are one step away, from nuclear war. Well, and with both sides pushing for it. Both sides think they can win, right? Who knows what Putin's priorities are, right? Who knows the capabilities of the Americans? They're doofuses. They lost again. They lost the war in Afghanistan. Let's be clear. They lost that war. But this incident was true. She was told to get on the back of the bus, right? On the back of the bus. That doesn't sound good now, does it? She said, "Oh, do I have to?" And he's like, and the bus driver is the same person who had the incident with her before, in 1955. Is the one who insisted on it. He's made her get off the bus, right? And then he made her get off the bus and get in the back. And when she got out, he drove away straight away before she could get in. Right? The guy, clearly a racist douchebag. Okay, if this depiction is correct, which I doubt it is, because I don't trust anything about this. Right? But apparently that's true. So 12 years later, right? Okay, the realization of 1955, excellent. You can see the money they put into it, right? And just a shame. So the TARDIS appears, new TARDIS appearing effect, which is okay. Out comes Jodie, and she's not so terrible right now, right? Jodie is still very much in a David Tennant mode where it hasn't been apparent, like how out of depth she was. That hasn't really called for her to have much depth in her performance, right? And she says, "Oh no!" But they still writing like a moron. I'm trying to get you to Sheffield, right? And she keeps missing. And she's in 1955 Alabama. He's like, "Well, what? Yeah, we went the wrong way." And I don't know. They got it wrong. Okay. Oh yeah. So she picks up like temporal energy there. And she's like, "Oh, we gotta go check this out. Oh, I aboard the doctor Icky thump. I'm the doctor. I always go and look at trouble. We got to check this out. So they go there and they say, we got to find where this temporal energy is coming from. We're in Alabama, right? According to her, the most dangerous place in the universe for a black person right now, right? In Alabama. Did she warn any of her companions? No, right? And she goes around with, I'm an idiot. Da, 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 da. Remember, according to these people, most dangerous, evil place in the universe for a black person. A woman drops a glove. Whoops. Ryan picks it up because he's a good boy, Ryan. He goes to give it back to the woman. And he's like, get back from here, boy! And he slaps him, right? Because he's like, evil white man. Oh, Icky Thump. Oh, what have we done now? Oh, Icky Thump. Comes around the doctor. Ryan's like, whoa, what's going on? And Yaz is like, oh, listen, mate. Listen, you're dealing with the wrong people now. We're stunning and brave. You don't understand. We are stunning and we are brave, darling. Oh, because we haven't been good people. It froze. No, we're going to go away. It's still frozen. We're stuck with Yaz. It's a new awful sitcom. Stuck with Yaz. Oh, what's it like to be living with the most stunning and brave woman ever? So he's like, just again, cartoon evil. White man! And so the people watching, the white lips go, oh, he's bad. I see he's bad. That means I'm good. Oh, don't put me in. That's how this is written. I didn't write it. They wrote it. Okay. Graham. Come on. Graham holds it back. Yeah, what you doing, son? So why didn't the doctor prepare them at all for going to 955 Montgomery if it was this dangerous, right? If he could get lynched in any corner. Oh, no, he's a black man. He could be killed at any time. Why didn't they think to mention it, right? Said, oh, we don't want any trouble because we just didn't think this through. And then Rosa Parks comes in and saves him. Hi, I'm Rosa Parks. Here, I come to save the day. And then he's like, so I got your thing. Well, I'm ready for you. He said, okay. Keep them away from me, though, because I'm a bad white man. Bad white man. Bad. Oh, I'll keep my tongue, even though I shouldn't. Oh, she's like, you could get yourself hung. I'll remind you. According to the messaging of the show, this is one of the most dangerous things a black person could ever have done. Listen, nothing. I wouldn't recommend it. If you're a black guy and you have a time-space machine, don't go to Montgomery, Alabama, 1955. That's probably a bad idea, right? Why would it like? Oh, I'm a Jewish. I think I'm going to go to Berlin in 1939. Oh, that's going to work out well. Yeah, no. Hi, where can I buy the gefilte fish? No, I wouldn't be good. I wouldn't be welcome there. Oh, look, Icky Thump is Rosa Parks. Oh, very clunky exposition. Oh, I mean, do you remember when David Tennant took Martha to see Shakespeare, and he was showing off and he was excited about it and it felt real? Yeah, the opposite of that, right? Absolutely. Like, oh, God. They just, because it doesn't matter. This is all just info dump. Look, I think Marilee Blackman probably just doesn't have the writing ability to deliver anything with nuance, and she wasn't called upon to do so, quite frankly. I mean, that's, the bottom line. She just wasn't called upon to do so. And I said, oh, yeah, I could get lynched. I said, oh, yeah, Icky Thump, we're in Alabama. Yeah, and I'm doing well as well because I'm a dark-skinned Mexican or whatever. And Jodie says, oh, that's like she's not like Austin Powers. There's only two things that scares me, and one of them is nuclear war. Like coming away. So, no, racism's bad, says the doctor. Very bad. So no, we're just gonna talk down to you like you're an idiot because we're time travelers. Yeah, we're going to talk down to you. And she's like, oh, Icky Thump. That's where the time particles are coming from, whatever bollocks it is. And she's like, again, very unconvincingly, doesn't read her sonic screwdriver. Says, oh, the light's going around Rosa Parks. So then, meanwhile, back at the TARDIS, in comes the evil villain who doesn't have a name. I'm not going to refer to him by his name until his name appears on. We find his name on screen, which is most of the way through, about 3/4 of the way through. Right? He does not have a name. Okay. I go, oh, let me go check. I'm an evil. I can tell I'm a villain because I'm a white man. Oh, look. And also I got a gun thingy. I go, whoa, I'm going to go zap the TARDIS. But no, it won't zap. It's got a full sword. So I'm just going to leave it. Sod it. I can't, because, again, the quality of writing is atrocious. Yeah, well, oh yeah, no, I found this thing. I've zapped it once. It's got a full field. I guess I don't know. I what to do now. Meanwhile, at Exposition Bar, he's at the Exposition Bar, and people are playing billiards. And you know, he's a black guy. How many other black guys do you have working there? Do you, Ryan? Again, you nearly just got lynched, mate. You nearly just got lynched. So we have the very clunky exposition thing. Again, leading to more cartoon racism. Said, don't you remember we were in Rosa Park class in our school? And she was a schoolgirl. I mean, listen, if you're gonna have man girl as a schoolgirl, very good, but a pair of heels, please. And a short skirt. I'm up for that. As long as she learns how to smile a bit. Often she looks like she's got a face that'll crack if she smiles. So she says, hey, don't you remember? He's like, of course you know about your grand knew about Rosa Parks. Oh, and it's just bad dialogue. And the white people are going, yes, there's a black person sitting here. And the black people are like, oh, there's a black person sitting there. We shouldn't be doing that. And Graham's like, I don't think of anything. And the white person, and the white evil person says, your kind ain't allowed here. What's going on? Oh, you don't like my kind? And again, it's just cartoon racism, right? But that's the sort of thing that could probably happen and probably would get him lynched because he's being a dick. Yeah, and also you're a Mexican or something, so you can get out as well. She says, "Yeah, we don't eat together." Okay, listen. I mean, again, this is the flashpoint of the civil rights movement. I mean, the day before it happens. Maybe you shouldn't be there, right? Maybe you shouldn't be there. So they're doing Operation Rosa. They figure someone's going to try and stop Rosa Parks going. Oh no, I think they got to follow Rosa Parks to work out what's going on, right? Yeah, basically that's basically what it is. After they've been thrown out, and she does a sonic screwdriver and said, "Oh no, it's going to go over there," and they all leave, and they're being followed by the police because they're weird. Rosa Parks walking home, and evil future man looking at him and said, I'm going to say something to you, and I'm going to be strong and powerful and brave. I'm going to be stunning and brave. Oh, I'm an evil white man. Evil white man. Now, somewhere else, they're wandering around following these chronoton particles or something. Here, go this way. Let me just go on crappy sonic screwdriver over here, and she finds a suitcase hidden by a cloak or something, right? And she's oh, look at there, and there's all these sci-fi things. Okay, so apparently this guy hasn't got anything safe at all, right? And they're just gonna leave it, and he comes back and he's starts firing at them and go, oh, run away, Icky Thorpe, run away, and they go run away and they go and hide. Okay. And he's like, oh, I'm going to find you. He's like, oh, Icky Thorpe, he's going to find us. And she goes and has a confrontation with him. Then, ha! What are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm gonna mess things up. I think people have got, it's a pointless meeting where we learn nothing about the villain whatsoever, right? You're going to stop the colours getting above themselves. He said, and she's like, oh, Icky Thump, I'm not going to let you do that, Icky Thump. What you going to do? Stop me. Ha ha, I'm an evil white man. Oh, you've underestimated your last woman. I'm stunning and brave, I am. Yes, but I'm a woman. I'm a man. And I'm a white man. Oh, but Icky Thump, I'm a woman. She does this really crappy move to do a stupid little scan of him or something, And like again, that goes nowhere. This scene is pointless. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go away now," and he's like, well, "Okay, goodbye." Go away, and it's just pointless. Do you remember David Tennant meeting Anthony Stewart Head, Tony Head, right? Brother Lasser. Do you remember that scene, right? The power, the point of it, and it was they both set up who each other was, right? You know, I'm so old now. Remember he said that? He played it so well, right? And it was written so well. That scene, they communicated to each other. I know nothing about either of them for this scene because it doesn't matter, right? He's a pointless reason to be like he's there pointlessly. He's there. He's a cipher because he's being a white man. Okay, so now it gets weird. They're at a hotel and they break in. Why don't they buy a book? They break into a hotel. Okay. Like why? I don't understand. And they go down, they do their sleuthing. They go, oh, we got to work out what's going on. I'm doctor, I'm all zany and funny me. Oh, I do things funny. Okay. I mean, again, why don't they just go back to the TARDIS, right? I mean, you've got an invulnerable, like, you know, other dimensional fortress full of everything you could possibly need ever, including anything that can scan anything at all, temporal, physical, in the entire universe. No, I'm going to stay here and break into a hotel and write on a wall. Why? Because it doesn't matter. Because all this is about is making white liberal people feel good about themselves so they can be outraged that wasted them. And if you don't join their sick self-congratulation, you bring them down, right? And they attack you as a racist because you're taking away from their dopamine hit of their being so virtuous. So they can't risk themselves being virtuous, so they call you a racist, and it's utter nonsense. And they will believe it, right? They will believe it intently just so they can get that dopamine hit of feeling good about themselves, right? This is the truth. Okay, so she writes. So the point is that, again, not going to TARDIS is right. Broken hotel. They're going to write on a wall. Going to work so they can work through all the different things. Oh, yeah, I'm going to think. Yaz comes up with answers because Yaz. Oh, look at her being clever and stunning and brave. And they write out everything. Rosa Parks, 1:20 evenings, seamstress. And then there's a knock at the door, I think, and a policeman comes in for some reason. And again, they've broken in. They could all be arrested. And the policeman's and Yaz and Ryan high in the bathroom. He's like, I'm a racist cop. I'm looking for. Oh, well, the villain's got a time gun and a time manipulator. This is worth bringing up, right? A time gun and the time manipulator is cheap and dirty, not time travel. Oh, I'm ripping up a line from David Tennant. Oh, cheap and nasty time travel. But the time gun works like a weeping angel. You set the time, the year where you want it to go to, you fire at it, and it gets zapped to that year. So that seems like better time travel technology that is cheap and nasty time, but it doesn't matter because all we're here to see a racist cop, so he can go, oh no, oh, I'm so disgusted, this racist cop, oh, I feel so terrible, oh, I feel so good, right? That's exactly what's going on. So the doctor has a shit confrontation. The cop says, yeah, I'm looking for a couple of mongrels, a pair of mongrels, says the cop. And the doctor says, I don't recognize anybody by that name. This is not clever dialogue, delivered well like they think it is. They think they're being smart. Mallory Blackman probably hasn't seen Doctor Who before, right? She probably thinks it's a kid show. She probably thinks she's writing something smart, but she's not, right? And David and Chris General doesn't have the ability to write anything intelligently, and I mean, the Chibnall doesn't have the ability to write intelligently and can't tell Mallory Blackman she's wrong about anything because she's black and he's white. Okay, because this is the racist world they live in. Because this is the person they created to feel good about themselves. Racist cop, they're gonna talk down to. Ha ha! We're from England. And he goes and looks, and Ryan and Yaz aren't hiding there. and so they're not going to be arrested. Oh, I don't like it. So then you have a piece of pure Black Lives Matter racist propaganda, right? Never give them excuses, Ryan. Oh, I know, but it's not fair. Why do I get stopped more than my white mates? You don't. Okay, I doubt that you do. Okay, I don't know what the crime statistics are in the UK. The crime statistics you're talking about in the US work this way. Who shot more? If we're going to look by color, who have been shot more in the United States? Black people or white people? Now the messaging, the narrative is that the police work as an extra judicial execution squad, just killing black people randomly because they don't matter, right? That's essentially what the messaging that we're given. However, more white people are killed than black people by the police. However, black people take a surprisingly large chunk of those being engaging with these. Why do they take a large chunk of people engaging with these? Because black people are human beings. You know, again, the Christians of the world will tell you that black people are intrinsically criminal, right? And they can't be trusted, you know, and they shouldn't have laws put on them because they're just criminal, right? And they can't look after themselves. They're not smart enough, right? You need to be looked after. That's what Christian will think of black people, because he thinks black people are different and he's scared of black people, right? And that's really genuinely what the racist worldview that I think it has. The reason that crime is higher in black neighborhoods in America than average is because black people are human, and human people, when you break their family structure, as has been actively and evilly done by the same people who broke the family structure for them when black people were enslaved within America. Exactly the same people. So it's still all the same Democrats, right? They broke the family structure to make them more controllable, right? To make them more lawless and more controllable. Because the number one factor in if you will succeed or not in life is if you come from a stable family home, or if you don't come from a divorced home, however, that you have a stable relationship with your father and your mother is a centrally important factor in your life, right? And if you don't, you unproportionately have a higher crime rate. This is all factual, okay? Yes, black people have been treated terribly by Democrats in the United States of America. It results in them having a higher than average interaction with the police, right? I am all for finding ways out of that. Right? Trump was very good at that. Actually, he had a bail reform. He had a police reform. No, a incarceration reform program that did more to end that cycle than anything else. Right? In the history of that country. Right? So anyway, but he says the propaganda. Hey, I'm pulled overboard than my white mate. No, you're not. You lying piece of shit. Okay. You're parroting the narrative to make white liberals feel good about themselves, right? Fine. So now they go, oh, tomorrow's Rosa's bus incident. But they need to stalk her to find out her routine. It's tomorrow. This is just a thin excuse to get some clunky one-sided history, right? Again, just go to the TARDIS and monitor the situation. Find out, like, zap Krasko. I don't know. Take him back to his time. Take him back to face any authority. But Ryan and Yaz, they go and study. They go and find out where Rosa works, because Yaz is stunning and brave. She works it out, right? Yaz just works it out. She's so stunning and so freaking brave. Can't get more stunning and brave than Yaz. And so next they got to get Ryan. Oh God, it's weird. Ryan has to stalk her, right? And they go, Mr. Whites only. Yes, we understand. Segregation is a bad thing, right? I understand that, right? And oh, Icky Thump, I don't like segregation. Oh, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. Icky thump. Ew, I don't like it either. And by the way, I talk about fancying Ryan earlier, and I have a like a heterosexual thought, but actually, really, I just want to shag you, Doctor. I just want to shag you. Oh, if you thought, I understand. Well, that's going to come up in a couple of years. So not right now, but a couple of years. So off they go. She's sitting in the white section for some reason. She's white enough, I guess. And they ride the buses to work out what bus route she's going to get on. And they go to the bus station, and they work out where she works, and they go to the bus. It's just a travel log, an idiot travel log about meeting with his work. So on the bus scene, Ryan is at the back of the bus, virtual singing guilt porn. White people can feel appalled, and they feel good about it. Now, okay, so now she goes to Rosa and gives a bullshit excuse about market research. Why is she interfering? Why not deal with the bad guy who she knows who he is, and she has a TARDIS? Why is she doing this? Just get rid of the problem. Why? Because it's about making white people feel good about themselves. If she answers the question, she'll be entered into a raffle to win a prize. You do know that Rosa Parks was super Christian, right? And she probably wouldn't enter a raffle because it's gambling, right? I mean, probably she was that fundamental Christian. But no logic, no reason. It's awful. Also, what prize? Why? Why is she talking to Rosa? This is dangerous, right? And then it's basically there so the Doctor can have again. There's no point in this conversation, right? She's finding about how she works and everything, but she's not getting research. And Rosa basically, look, do you mind moving? Because otherwise, all the black people are going to have to move. And it's like, oh, guilt, I feel so guilt. Oh, look at me, I'm sad. I'm so sad, and I feel so good that I feel sad. And that's what it is. Okay, it's self-flagellation. Porn. That is what this shit is. It's disgusting, right? And I'm going to overcome. And so it's then to go, okay, Ryan, you follow her creepily for no reason. Okay, now we're going to do more sleuthing. I don't know how to do sleuthing. Yes, we'll sleuth. We got to find out. Meanwhile, Ryan follows her home. She said, do you want to, why are you following me? He said, I don't know. So do you want to come in for coffee and have a really pointless scene that doesn't actually make any sense? Okay, so now they go back to where the guy's bag was, still unguarded, and she sonics it, and she throws it up, and she zaps it with the gun, sending it to the far future, stranding him here. Okay, so now, and then she gloats at him in the most disgusting way. Sorry, what? David Tennant never did this. David Tennant, he said sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Remember, right? David Tennant never did this. Matt Smith, there's been no Doctor gloating before. And can I have a note about the terrible direction? Everything is uptight close shots, right? Or very static far shots. He's still got his time gun, and he's only got one shot left. So he says, oh, I see you're from the Storm Cage. And he name check. They don't look forever Storm, but you know Storm Cage. So he's an ex-con. And he said, and I know that we've ripped off Blake 7 and you've got an inhibitor on you, just like Gan from Blake 7. We're calling it the same thing. And it means you can't call anybody. So you're using what was I going to say? What was it? I got. So you're not killing Rosa Parks because you can't, because you've got this manipulator in your head. And I'm more clever than that. We're going to stop the colors getting above themselves. No reason. Okay, it's not. This is where it all went wrong. Again, there is no rationale given for. I challenge you to think of a World War II movie where you have cartoon National Socialists, from German National Socialists like this. Again, Schindler's List, Boy in the Striped Pajamas. They're like The Pianist. They're all like multi-layered human beings. right, and mass murderers, right? They always praise people, not this guy. Why? Because the point of this guy, the point of Holocaust movies is to educate you, to tell you what it is, right? See how it happened, right? The point of this is to make you feel good about yourself because you're appalled, right? And then she has more of a gloaty conversation, and they're like, "Well, I'm going to stop you because I'm smoking the best and best of the smoke." And I don't know why she thought this was a good idea. And then she takes a time manipulator and destroys it, stranding it there. Now you got nothing, right? And he's like, again, he's like from the 50th century, and he's like, if I stop Rosa Parks, nothing bad, they're not going to get out of hand. And he's like stranded here now. And they just walk off again for no apparent reason, right? And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to stop you." Finally, 2/3, 3/4 of the way through, we find out his name is Krasko. Okay, so what? Another crap name. And you're like, "Oh, do your best. I'm going to stop you." "No, you're not." "Oh, I'm smug. I'm a smug white guy." "Oh, I'm going to take that smug, wipe that smug off your face." Meanwhile, Ryan goes to meet Martin Luther King. Because of course, I'm Martin Luther King. "Oh, yeah, this is so we can be educational. Educational. Oh, educational. Yeah. Oh, look at us. We put Martin Luther King or something. At Rosa Parks, we're the bestest ever. We're so educational." Meanwhile, look at this. Yaz is being stunning and brave and working out how it's going to happen. He goes and meets the bus driver, I've had a bus driver. And he's like, "Oh, don't you have trouble dealing with the colours?" Says, "Yeah, no, we don't bother with that by us." "Yeah, cockle." Ryan says, "Oh, Rosa, you're the best, right? You're the best. We love you the most." I said, "Oh, it's gonna get better," and then they go. So back here, they've worked out by doing all their sleuthing. They got to get there's a bus driver who's taking his route, so they got to get that bus driver not to take his route, but take the day off instead. So "Yeah, I know what we'll do. We'll go there. I have a plan because I'm stunning and brave." And they go to find this bus driver, and they go, "Oh, hello, good news. You've won a very, very special prize. You're going to Vegas, and you're going to meet Frank Sinatra. You're going to go and see his show, and it's going to be, but you got to leave right now. That's the only way." It's like nobody even thinks about it. Like, really? Like, but I got to work. So, "No, you just got to leave right now." And the guy's like, "Okay," and he guess he loses his job or something. I don't know. The bus company doesn't seem to have any really real rules to it. And she's like, "No, you got to leave right now. That's what it says in the rules. Nothing to do." So then they leave, and she says and explains on the way out, saying, "Oh, thank God." She mentioned this earlier that she gave Elvis a mobile phone. She said, "Oh, I'm glad Elvis gave that phone to Frank Sinatra." I mean, she's worse than the meddling, sodding monk. This isn't funny. Again, she's making her into a villain, right? And I'd like, seriously, a villain, right? It's unbelievable. Okay, there we go. So the next thing, this is the first garbage Jody plan. So do you know what we're going to do? You're going to go and find the guy who's taking the day off, and you're going to annoy him and disgust him and say, "Hi, I'm a black guy being around you, being black, and we're making racists uncomfortable everywhere. Do you like that, racist?" I'm like, what? I don't understand. Like, this is such a stupid plan. Why do you have to be such a dick about this all? And like, "Oh, get away from me. You're not allowed to be here. I'm a racist." He's like, "No, we're going to be here all day because we're black and white people together. This is my grandson. I'm going to leave," he says. So then Yaz has his plan to stay with Rosa because she's got a coat fixed, and she's like, "Fine, I can squeeze you in." Kes comes back and says, "No, I got to stay with you. It's very, very valuable, right? It's very, very valuable, and I'll keep you company." I'm turning them down at this point. I'm like, no, I don't want somebody standing over my shoulder. So please, no, because we're English. We're particular about our coat, right? Again, look at, she says everything with a sneer. And so this is dumb, right? And meanwhile, Krasko's also working a similar plan. The buses he's got has been smashed up, right? So he can't do his route. So, okay, so far, without any consultation with the bus company, right? This guy has dropped his shift for the night, then came and taken his shift back on because because another guy dropped his shift. Not that he knew, he just came back anyway, right? And now he's dropping his and said, "Well, we're going to cancel the bus route." Like the mechanic said, "Well, like this guy's like I don't know." And so she sticks up and says, "Oh, we're going to be more sneaky than him, right?" Because again, this is absolutely the meddling monk. Keep in mind, she broke into a hotel for no apparent reason, right? No reason. And now they've stolen a bus. They've already had the police following them. They've stolen a bus for the bus driver. Where from? Bus company doesn't matter, right? Again, and also Krasko has no technology on him. Can't they just scoop him up in some TARDIS thing and be done? They've stolen them. Like, won't the company know the bus is stolen? Won't he be suspicious? Say, aren't you the evil white man with the black man who I hate from before? And he says, "Oh, because we're British, see, we're imperialists. We won't explain it. They don't need to explain." It's just like what. None of this is making sense. It's all unraveling, right? And like, why do you think he would take this bus? He wouldn't trust you. Oh, they told him, by the way, the reason they got to come is because they said there's a sitting across the bus lanes, and all Negroes were going to sit across the bus lanes and cause trouble. And that's why he came in to show them, oh, not on my route, they're not. And then he found out nobody heard about it whatsoever. So already he knows this guy's a liar and a weirdo, and been playing around with it. He's lucky he's not getting a boot in his groin right now. He's like, "What are you talking about? And they just talk him out of it. Said, "Oh look, no, we're imperious, we're British." He's like, "Oh, we got to go," and off he goes on his bus route. Meanwhile, Krasko has put signs up saying the bus route's over, so everybody's leaving. Right? Oh, by the way, they got on the bus with him. I forgot to mention they got on the bus with him without paying for reasons. I don't know. They given them bus. He goes without paying. Meanwhile, she's got 10 minutes to go, and they're finishing up. And he's like, "No, we got to go." Said, "Well, we can always walk." Said, "No, you got to get the bus." "Oh, I might walk." And he's like, "Yeah, it's just like I felt it was pointless me being here, and I failed in the reason I'm here. But I'm still the bestest ever, and stunning, and brave." Right? Job's worth doing because I'm a saint. And finally, they go, "Oh, you're so stunning and brave." Then they leave, and they're like, "Oh, nick of time. We can save history." And Doctor's looking around, and people are, "Oh, this still says white. It's bad." And Ryan's running after people and saying, "Oh, the bus has come in." And they "Get back from me, you weirdo. What's going on?" Right? And they're trying to get people on the bus and everything back on schedule. And Rosa's got to leave now. And then Krasko is waiting, has a confrontation with Ryan. He's blocking the route. And then Ryan's like, "Oh, we're going to get you." This is where he says, "Your kind won't get above themselves." Like, where's he from? The 1920s? Like, who thinks about black people this way? This side of 50 years. I mean, not since the 90s. Don't be ridiculous. Weirdo. I mean, a few weirdo racists. But like, what? And you want to pretend black people aren't racist? It's just, I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? I mean, are you going to do an episode about the epidemic of hate crimes from black people to Asian people because white people have brainwashed them into thinking Asian people are getting an easy ride? again, and when I say white people, white liberals who just want to think, oh, bad racist. And so basically got a little bit of plot going on. And then Ryan uses his gun and then gets rid of him. Okay, and so they just killed him. Okay, and now they're moving the car so they can get on the bus. And there's just enough people. So Ryan gets on, and there's just enough people. But Graham wants to leave, and it's like, no, we got to stay. We got to make it about us, right? What are we doing right now? We're making Rosa Parks' stance, right? We're making Rosa Parks' genuinely heroic, world-changing moment about us, about white liberal people. That's what we're doing, and it's disgusting. And they have the moment, and people get on, and Ryan she said, "Oh, you got to stay." Said, "No, I can't. It's all," and he actually has the best emotional arc of it, other than Rosa. And you get to see the great moment in history. And she's like, "No, I'm going to be defiant." He's moving. It's like, "Oh, history is happening. No, I'm stunning and brave. Oh, I can't watch white guilt for something haven't happened in my lifetime." Again, do Germans have the same guilt about the Holocaust? Are they made to have the immediate? Right? No, they're not. Right? They're not. It's all like explain away, especially in Doctor Who, actually. And WWE goes, "Oh, me sitting through here makes me stunning and brave, makes me I am the white liberal, and it's really my suffering now." And meanwhile, they let somebody else do that. The actual suffering, and he goes and gets the police. It happens, and they view it as like, oh, white guilt. She's taken, and they feel noble and proud, and they take her defiance as their defiance, and they feel so good about themselves, right? So absolutely stunning and brave about themselves, and then ends up they have a really crap lesson. She says, "Oh, and then you get a black president," but they don't go to hell. And finally, it's all good because she gets a Congressional Medal of Honor from the Clintons because they're by the way, Bill Clinton, multiple rapist. Bill Clinton. If you believe women, multiple rapist. I don't know. Do we stick with the rule, believe women were Clinton or not? You tell me. Now, by the time he's holding Rosa Parks' hand there, he was a multiple rapist, if we believe women. Just if we're being fair. Says, okay, and then even better, they make they name an asteroid after Rosa Parks. And that's how it ends, right? And it's shit. It's shit beyond shit. Why was it so bad? What was the point of it? It wasn't to educate, right? It wasn't to educate. It wasn't to entertain. It wasn't to inform. It was to use those as an excuse. So white, liberal people can feel appalled and therefore feel good about themselves. That's entirely what this episode was. Fine. Man, I went a lot longer with that than I planned. Okay, I went a lot longer with that plan. I don't have the energy to do Star Trek Discovery tonight. I don't know. I'm going to have to bump it. I might put it out as a video. I might do it on I guess Tuesday's my next live stream. Tomorrow's Monday. We'll do that. I've gone over 2 hours. I got dinner waiting. I got me. I bet I made a curry for the night. Don't have the corned beef. Kids clean me out, right? They sodding kids totally clean me out, right? So there you go. Fine. If you haven't subscribed to my subscribe, please subscribe. If you want to subscribe to the paid version, don't hold yourself back, baby. Don't hold yourself back. Like, share, subscribe. I forgot we had the end section was Rise Up. I mean, and that was again use that nobility. That nobility was transferred to white liberal people. It was disgusting. Fine, with that, I'm hitting the end broadcast button, hitting it again. Oh no, it's not letting me. Come on, mate. No, now I'm hitting it again. The Wizzy Wheel of Love goes round.